What's up, my fellow Andrews? I'm Andrew Patz. This is Drew Loewen. He is the creator, the founder of. Are you the founder?
One of them.
He's co-founder
Co-founder.
of the Catholic Creator Conference.
I co-founded it with a Kyle. So
He did co-found it with a
I
Kyle.
don't know if that means anything, but
We are allies with the Kyles.
oh, good. Okay,
So the Kingdom of Kyle is a good trusted ally of the Council of Andrews.
great.
He's been a member for the last few months now,
Yeah.
right?
It's funny. Kyle Whittington, the other co-founder of this conference, has ever since I met him has been trying to get me to join the Council of Andrews. He just I think I had maybe just gotten his phone number. We just started texting about collaboration ideas, and he's like, "You need to join this." And I was like, "What is this?" I felt like he just wanted to infiltrate.
Mm-hmm.
But then finally, he's like, "No, this guy's coming to the conference. You actually need to join it now." And I'm like, "Okay, it's cool." And ever since I've been in there, it's been cool. Seeing all the memes, all the conversation, the support of the Druish community is strong.
Nice.
It's good.
How did you guys come up with the idea for the Catholic Creator Conference?
You know, it was kind of on accident in that we were both individually doing our YouTube channels, and then we got connected by a mutual friend, Megan Thomas, and she's a YouTuber as well. I knew her because she went to our parish at the time, and then she knew Kyle from YouTube, and she had a server that she has since not really been able to run because she's got, I think, like 4 kids now. But we connected there, and then I just joined Kyle's server at the time, Kyle's server. We just started collaborating and talking, became fast friends. And as we were both kind of doing this YouTube thing independently and then starting to connect with other creators, we realized, there's a huge need for creators in the Catholic space to actually know each other. Because it's like you might see someone's channel, and maybe if you feel like they're bigger, then you might not reach out to them. Or if you're the same size, you reach out and you collaborate, and then you guys do a video. But really, before then, you've never talked. You don't really know that person. Or maybe they say something that you think is bad, and then you start firing shots from across the internet. But if you knew them, you would know maybe they had a bad day or misspoke or whatever, right? So we just had this thought what if we got people together? First off, it'd be a lot of fun, and then second off, it would be really good for the space for people to collaborate, and then just kind of really fine tune our scope on the mission we have as creators in the Catholic space.
Awesome.
Yeah.
How far? So when you first started it, did you expect it to become what it is now?
Absolutely not. So back in those days, his Discord, it was at the time, it was just for his YouTube community. And there was enough creators that he'd connected with, and we were all small time, that he had a little creators corner. And we were just going to invite those people. It was going to be 12 dudes. We were just going to go to Chesterton Cigar Lounge and have a weekend with the boys at the cigar lounge. And then at the time, Matt Frad was living in Steubenville, and he and Kyle were buddies, and he was a part owner of the cigar lounge, so he was there a lot, and he heard about it. He's like, "Oh, do you want me to share that on my channel?" And he did. And then Kyle texted me. He's like, "We have a problem." I'm like, "What do you mean we have a problem?" He's like, "We had 12 people signed up, and now we have 50." So we had to go, okay, we can't fit 50 people in a cigar lounge for a weekend. And now there's girls coming who don't want to smoke cigars, and some guys coming who don't want to smoke cigars. So that part of it's out. And the St. Paul Center had just opened 6 months prior. Oh. So we reached out to them and we're like, "Hey, are you guys going to host conferences besides yours?" And they're like, "Yeah, we want to try it." So we were kind of their guinea pig. First external conference that was hosted here. And we had it here for a day. We had no idea what we were doing, and somehow, by the grace of God, it was an amazing event. And then this year, we amped it up. We made it 3 days, and it still feels the same. We have no idea what we're doing, but somehow, by the grace of God, it seems to be going well. You could tell me better.
I love it. I'm a huge fan, and I think you guys are going to be massive for the Catholic space on the internet.
I hope so.
I think you were talking about the digital continent.
Yeah.
And there's a massive need for that kind of content.
Yeah. So the digital continent, for anyone listening, it's what is that word? Pope Benedict, in one of his addresses, when he was Pope, he basically coined this term, digital continent. He might not have been the first, but he's the first that I had seen use it to describe the online world, where it's not just a medium of communication, right? We invent the printing press, and now we have a medium of communication through books that's a little different than a handwritten codex or a scroll. But all that's really changing is the medium, and that does impact the message. But when you get to the internet, you have a deeper layer than just the medium and the message being impacted through the form of communication. You actually have an entire generative effect of culture and community that happens. And so like memes, for instance, right? Like we have a whole new form of how we communicate and make meaning that's actually pretty meta across different spaces in the internet and impacts the real world, which like books did too, obviously, right? But the internet does it in a different way where more than merely just sending information back and forth, we're actually creating a space and a tribe almost like you would see in a continent, right? Like a continent would have different countries, they would have different languages, different cultures, different histories, and maybe within a continent there's a lot of shared values, but as you go to different areas in that continent, they're unique and different. So in the internet, we see the same thing, like that people are gathering around shared interests or, you know, viral videos or subreddits or whatever it is, and they form these really tight bonds that are not geographically based, and they're not based on, you know, your heritage or your lineage. They're based on, you know, whatever it is that unites you to your tribe. And so in that way, it's like a digital continent.
That's reminds me of the Council of Andrews. We're a digital tribe of Andrews.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's a perfect example, right? We got all the Andrews together. We're uniting the Andrews. And that's like at the high level, the thing we share is the name. But then at some level around that, you could probably tell me there's probably been an organization of other things that most Andrews, you know, seem to be in, or there's like topical discussions and stuff, right?
Yeah, we've got the committees. So if you're interested in culinary arts, you can go into the culinary committee. If you're interested into politics, you can go into the political committee. We've got all sorts of different topics for Andrews to talk about.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And that's what's cool, right? Like before, it would have been so hard to get Andrews together. Like you might live in a small town with like 3 Andrews. And you could have a council of Andrews in that town, but there's like 3 dudes on it. Whereas with the internet, and all of a sudden you could feasibly get millions of Andrews.
Feasibly, yes.
Yeah. How many are in there right now?
Right now we're at 6,500.
That's pretty good.
It is. We're one of the biggest councils on Facebook. There's another, there's the Kingdom of Kyle. They've got 3,500. And then there's their enemies, the Council of Kyle. They've got, they've got like 3,000 or something.
So which ones are the true Kyles and which ones are the schismatic Kyles?
The Council of Kyle is the original.
Okay.
But the Kingdom of Kyle is the schismatic ones, I guess you could say.
Sure.
But they've got a true vision for what they want for their people.
Gotcha.
The Council of Kyle just sees themselves as a Facebook group for memes. But the Kingdom sees itself as a digital continent for Kyles to come together and better their own lives.
That's cool.
So they share a lot of the vision that I have for the Council for their kingdom. And it's amazing.
That is cool. What is the vision? I mean, obviously you get a bunch of people named Andrew and we're sharing memes, but there's a lot, like you have the topical groups and stuff, but like what's deeper than that? What's the goal for the Jewish people? I just love that phrase. When I saw it, I was like, that's hilarious.
It's so fun to say because if you don't enunciate, then people say, what? But the long-term vision is for the Council of Andrews to provide such impactful benefits for being named Andrew that we can send out brochures to expecting parents explaining why they needed to name their kids Andrew or Andrea. So eventually we'll be able to have affordable housing, affordable home loans, affordable auto loans, affordable housing, and just all sorts of different economic benefits for being named Andrew. And
I'm so down.
We'll be able to send out brochures and be like, hey, if you name your kid Andrew, he's going to get a full ride scholarship to whatever he wants. Well, for a STEM degree. Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah.
So
really
that's
cool.
So yeah, we've got massive visions for the Council of Andrews. Do you have massive visions for this?
Yeah, I think so. We'll see what happens, but our ultimate vision for this conference would be, and the community that it generates, right? Because it's more than just the conference. Like people will go home from here, they'll join Kyle and I's Discord. It's Ipsum Audite Discord. It's Latin for we who hear, and it's we who hear the Father. And the goal would be that we just can unite everyone that's a creator in the Catholic space, whether it's like they're creating specifically Catholic content or they're like yourself, like there's someone of faith who is, you're not creating like specifically Catholic things for Andrews. You're creating things for Andrews, but you happen to, you know, have the faith. Same like with Master Samwise, he creates videos that are about like storytelling and movies and stuff, but he's not like sneaking apologetic footnotes into there, but he's bringing light into that space just because of his faith, right? So we want to take all the people who are faithful Catholics, who are creators, who are generating culture and content online, and just bring them all into one room, right? Whether digitally or in person, like at the conference. And then ultimately, what we think there'd be 2 main impacts that could have. And the first would be that if we actually know each other, it's like our tagline is get within strangling distance, and then we put the slash through that and write hugging because it's a little less aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you're in person, you can say, oh yeah, you got to get within strangling distance, and it doesn't sound like aggressive, but when you write it down, it's like, that's very threatening.
That's pretty bad.
So cross it out, hugging. So when you're within strangling or hugging distance, you're much less likely to say something like just ridiculously offensive or out of touch to somebody. And if you know them, you're much more likely to extend charity to something they might have said and like give them the benefit of the doubt. So that would solve the toxicity issues that you see in really any digital space.
Mm-hmm.
But we're like, well, we'll solve it among Catholics first,
Mm-hmm.
and then we can bring it to everybody else. So that's mission number 1. And then mission number 2 is if we all get together, then we're also going to share what's working and encourage one another, and we're all going to get better at what we do. So like you'd get better at running the Council of Andrews, and Master Samwise gets better at making his videos. I get better at making my videos, which means I have to start making them again. But like, then
iron
eventually,
sharpens iron.
What's that?
Iron sharpens iron.
Yeah, exactly. Iron sharpens iron. And the ultimate goal there, this is like our big like pie in the sky, is that we would love to see faithful Catholics back in the driver's seat of culture, especially online.
Right. Can you give me an example of like what that means?
Yeah. Well, so like if you look historically, like early Renaissance era, medieval era, Catholicism was the driving cultural force, right? It was, like Europe was Catholic. So the dominant cultural force of the West was Catholicism. It's where we get our moral values, a lot of our legal precedents, our art, our architecture, our history, our shared story, our narratives, collective consciousness, really, to a high degree. And then, like, if you think about it, like when you talk about the greats, like a lot of the great literary works, a lot of the great architectural works, a lot of the great art pieces, most of them were explicitly religious in nature for the faith, or the painters or sculptors themselves were faithful Catholics. So even if it's like, if it's like someone painting a painting about the Greek gods, they weren't doing that in worship of the Greek gods in that time, right? Right. They were actually just like, that might have been like a cultural remnant of early Rome that they were aware of, but they had a whole new vision of it, right? So there's the painting in the Vatican Museum, and it has all like the philosophers. I'm forgetting the name right now. I think
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and so School of Athens painting.
Oh, yes.
And the point of that painting is not, hey, these guys got it all right and they're awesome. It's actually, we can appreciate what they've done, but now we have this new lens through Revelation that actually shows how close they were to Christ instead, right? So now all of a sudden there's this cultural lens through which even the past before Christianity has this renewed vision and understanding that's properly oriented. And so culture has since moved away from that, right? Like the past 200 years, maybe you could say 500 years slowly, and then the past like 50 years rapidly. And so it's like, well, if we want to rebuild and restore what we think is ultimately the vision that Jesus would have for the world, a big part of that is first getting worship right and then getting culture right. And so it's like, okay, if we get all the people who are sold out here that are culturally generative with their content, and we get them together, then when they start doing this, they're going to do the work better. So we should be better at creating content than everybody else. And then we should be more grounded in the vision that Jesus has for humanity than anybody else. And between those two things, I think it would change the world.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And it inspires people who might not have the confidence to become a creator, a content creator. It gives them the inspiration to be like, hey, you know what? I do love hiking. I could make a hiking podcast.
Totally.
And I could bring my faith into it somehow.
Yeah, like John Blevins, one of our speakers yesterday, talked about that there's IRL streamers. They just stream things in real life. Some of them are like knitting. Yeah. Or they're just like walking down New York City, like ordering street food or whatever.
Yeah, it could be anything. Underwater basket weaving.
Watch it. Yeah. Underwater basket weaving. Yeah. And then you build a community around that, right? Like, I think that's what's crazy is you could stream the wildest thing, like underwater basket weaving, or like fly tying. Like, I'm a fly fisherman. You wouldn't believe how many fly fishermen will watch like a live stream or recordings of people tying their own flies. Wow. And then it builds a whole community, and you have like people with at least that shared value and interest, but it builds into more than that because we're people, and that's what naturally happens when people get together. So
right. And then people share their experiences and their stories, and maybe somebody is having a bad day and they're going through a breakup or something, and you can offer them a ray of light, right, and help let them know that everything can be okay.
Yeah, totally. I've even I've already seen that in the Council of Andrews. Like they'll be like, "Oh, this Andrew's having a tough time," and then everyone like raids the comments with support.
Yeah.
That's the coolest thing
It's
ever,
amazing.
dude.
I love it so much.
Yeah.
I hear all the time about people who have been going through like really dark times, and the
Mhm.
council has been able to help them
Awesome.
out of that. And like that is that's all Jesus. I
Yeah.
cannot claim that, or like, what am I trying to say?
Yeah,
You know
it's
what I'm
not.
trying to
It's
say.
not like you've actively made that happen. You just
Right.
created the space where that could happen.
Exactly.
And it does.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's weird. It's like weird how that stuff happens. You're like, oh, this would be cool. And then like, there's only so much you can do. Like you can create the group, you can moderate it,
Mm-hmm.
you can get people involved and like share a vision and hope that they buy into that vision. But then you also have to trust that they'll do their part, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's the same with our conference, right? Like we've been working our tails off. You've seen me running around with
Oh, yeah,
film
it's been
gear,
amazing.
sweating, ruining shirts because I'm just, it's like crazy. But there's only so much we can do. And like the first day, we're like, oh, we probably didn't do quite enough. It was like behind the scenes, and it didn't seem like anyone experiencing the conference felt this way. Behind the scenes, we're like, oh man,
Oh no.
there's like a lot of stuff, a lot of moving parts, a lot of crazy things. And you're always kind of worried, like, what if it just doesn't happen?
Mm.
But then like all we really did is cultivate the space where the actual work could happen. And then that's something that's beyond us, right?
Right.
So that's all you can do is like prepare the soil, so to speak, right?
Yeah, it's like build it and they will come.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Bring food and they will come.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, that too.
And coffee.
And coffee, yeah. Which we ran out of coffee too early yesterday. That was
That was crazy.
notes
But
for
not to be
improvement.
expected or unexpected.
Yeah. And we ran out about noon. There's an argument to be made that anyone that's like desperate for coffee after noon has a problem, but
Mm.
I am one of those people. So
Yeah,
I was
same.
yeah, but my nicotine consumption just went up. That's what happened.
Oh,
I
yeah.
had to equal it out.
Balance.
Yeah.
Balance.
Yeah. Yep. So, yeah, it's cool though. It's really cool. Like just seeing. Like, that's what's interesting about living in the time we live in. I think is that with like the creator economy or digital economy or whatever, there's all sorts of newfound avenues for people to like build communities and do things and make an impact, right?
Mhm.
Whether that's the Catholic Creator Conference or the Council of Andrews, which is like the coolest thing. We got shirts.
Yeah. we
I
got
have a
matching
note.
shirts.
I have a notebook, like a leather bound notebook now. That's the cool. It's so dope.
Did you look at the back of the cover?
Not yet.
So on the back of the cover is the 7 core values of the Council of Andrews:
Okay, what are they?
aspire, network, develop, resilience, excellence, wonder, and succeed.
I love those.
So when you put them all together, it's like a path from where you are to where you want to be. And when I first created the Council of Andrews, I was like Christian in name only, kind of like a nominal Christian, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But there were certain times when I was in the middle of the thick of it that I was like, all right, Lord, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing right now. And so I was praying while I was trying to think up of what the values would be. And that's what came to me. I
Do those
guess.
spell Andrews?
Yes.
Okay, I was gonna say if it didn't,
Yeah.
that'd be a missed
No, I had
opportunity.
to.
But I was doing the math. I was like, I think that spells Andrews.
Yeah.
That's great. Stuff like that's fun. That's cool. And so you do events too,
Yes.
like the
Got
what
Drew Fest.
Drew Fest.
Yep.
What's Drew Fest about?
Drew Fest is our annual gathering for Andrews to come together and share their experiences of being Andrews, drink beer, smoke cigars, have fun.
I'm in.
This year we're going to be at the Cincinnati Zoo, memorializing Harambe, who passed away a few years ago.
Oh, dude. Hey, I think that's when we split into an alternate timeline. Nothing's been the same
Seems
since.
like it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's
That's
a good
cool.
timeline.
When is it?
It's going to be August 30th through
Oh.
September 1st.
That's cool. I'll have to make it next year. I probably won't be able to this year because I
Mhm.
have all this and then Rome. But,
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I'll have to make it to one of those. Do you usually do it in that area, like Cincinnati area, or?
It changes pretty much year by year.
Okay.
Last year was in Vegas, and we had about 30 Andrews show up, and we were able to rent out the executive suite of Topgolf. And
No way.
all these local Andrews from Vegas showed up, and we were just having a blast. Even though it's the craziest thing, even though we're all total strangers, having a similarity having a similarity as simple as being named Andrew just gives people the courage to talk to each other.
Right.
And it makes friendship building so much easier for everybody. And even the Ryans have been experiencing something similar, where even though there's a ton of Ryans, they're all strangers, but they're all friends. They become brothers, basically.
How many name-based councils are there that you're aware of? There's probably too many to count.
There are a lot that are inactive. So like the Council of Matthews, Council of Ethans, Council of Alex, Council of Dylan's, the Republic of Dylan. No, there's the Council of Ian's, and then the Republic of Ian's. There's schisms too.
These schismatics,
Yeah.
dude.
But so far, only the Council of Andrews, the Kingdom of Kyle, the Council of Ben's, and the Ryan Meetup have been the ones who have been really trying to bring awareness to the fact that you can make friends with people with your own name and build a brotherhood and a community.
That's so cool.
Digital continent that way.
Do you guys have another council of all the people leading the councils of the names? It should be called like the Council of the Names.
It's,
Do you have it?
We do. It's the Councils of the Round Table.
That's
So that's
sick.
where
I love this. Dude.
leaders and representatives from all the different councils come together. But like I said, mostly the other councils aren't active. So like they've got no reason to be active in there either.
Got to bring something dead to life.
Exactly.
Yeah. Just like find an Ian and be like, you have to bring it back.
It's tough. It takes a lot of commitment.
Yeah,
A lot
for
of
sure.
discipline and a vision for the people.
Yeah, building any community is that way. I mean, that's been the same with ours. Like this conference, like there was a cost for people to come, obviously, but like I mean, you've probably seen this with Drew Fest. Like you got to charge people to come, but like it's not like you're making bank on it, right? Like it pays for itself.
Exactly.
Maybe, and
You're trying to just pay the bills.
yeah, right. Yeah. So yeah, you have to have passion to build communities, but like if you have a passionate person behind it, then that's what makes it work, and that's what like makes people drawn to it and the vision that you have. So
Yeah, definitely.
yeah, that's cool.
Do you have any advice for people who are thinking about becoming a content creator in general?
Yeah, I think there's two big things. The first thing is most people worry way too much about like having the gear. And obviously I'm a gearhead. Like all this gear in the studio is mine. And we have 3 of these here. So like I have a lot of gear. Like I do video production as my profession. It's my day job. But for content creation, it really doesn't matter. You get a good mic and a way to record with it, and you can use your iPhone, and you can have a whole career on that. So don't worry about the gear. Just get good audio and just start. So like that's the first thing is like don't worry about the gear. Just start. But before you start, so I guess I said just start, but now I'm saying before you start, have a vision for what you want to do. And that can change, but it's kind of like the analogy I use is like a TV show. You can always tell when a TV show had the first season written and then they had no clue where it should go after that because it starts to go weird places. And by season like 8, you can tell that they're just trying to like milk it for money, and it's the writer's vision has already been lost. And but then there's a show like Breaking Bad where like Vince Gillis knew from the beginning exactly how it was going to end.
Wow.
And he can retrace his steps all the way to that end and accomplish the goal of like one of the best TV shows of all time. So it's like if you want to start creating content, same thing. What's my end goal? And that's going to be part like what's my mission? Like what am I trying to accomplish with my content? And some of that's topical, some of that's, you know, your personal goals. But then who's my audience? Like, and that's kind of tied to your mission. Like if my mission is to reach people with the Catholic faith who are either already Catholic and want to learn more or maybe exploring Catholicism. So that mission is going to set my audience and my topic. So it's people who are interested in these kind of things. Mine is starting to get specific with like an age range I find I'm really effective at reaching, but I have my mission and vision for my channel in mind from the get-go. And the specifics have changed. Like I started out doing a lot of long form interviews like this, and now I'm moving towards like more like 10-minute like video essay type things, but the mission hasn't. Like I found that that's a mission that I can do if it's for free. Maybe I can't make videos as much as I want, but I will never stop making them because I love making videos about that topic so much.
Right. And
And so if you have a goal that's like that with your content, then that's probably a good place to make content. Like I could make videos for free about this for the rest of my life.
yeah.
So if you find that thing and do the work to find your audience and your vision, then you just start making videos and you just got to get reps in.
Perfect. And then to tie back into the digital continent and pre-evangelization that John Blevins was talking about, just being a source for people to see that being Catholic isn't kooky or crazy.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of political talking heads that I listen to, and they let it out that they're Catholic once in a while. And they kind of helped me see like, okay, so they're not wackos and they're not
Right.
Yeah,
crazy. Don't be weird.
Yeah.
You just got to not be weird.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I think I'm a convert as well. And I converted for like a lot of, like I had an intellectual journey, but that journey was mostly like in the books and in history. And I didn't know a ton of Catholics as I was coming in. And I was really concerned, like, oh, these people are all going to be like sticks in the mud who are judging me. I mean, I was evangelical before then, and people used to think that about that space too. And honestly, I found that was more true of where I came from than it is of the Catholic space. People are usually pretty welcoming, very normal. But people can be weird too, but that's another good piece of advice. Like if you're going to be online, especially if you're trying to reach like the unreached, just don't be weird. Just like be normal, be cool. Yeah, I think that draws people when they see like there's more than just like, oh, this guy makes good content. It's like, oh, there's something about the way this person carries themselves that there's something more to them. You know, that's just one of the I forget who said it originally, but we at the Eucharistic Congress last year, one of the speakers was quoting a famous saint who I can't remember right now, but they said that basically holiness is attractive. Like people can't help but be drawn towards something that's holy.
Wow.
So
it's amazing.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're running out of time. Do you think that there's anything else you want to say?
If your name is Andrew, or so like what's the range? Is Andrew, Drew,
Andrea, Andy, any variant of the Greek root name of Andreas?
Then you got to join the Council of Andrews.
Join the Council of Andrews.
Yeah, and if you're a Catholic Andrew who wants to create content, you can check out our Discord server and come to the Catholic Creator Conference next year. And we could have a round table of Andrews next year. We'll get like 12 mics and
So we do have a little bit of time, but one more thing that I was thinking about was inviting all of the Catholic Andrews to collaborate on something.
We should.
I'm trying to figure out how to, like, what to do with that. So
yeah, let's think on that.
We'll think about that.
Cool.
Yeah. All right, Drew. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Yeah, you as well, Andrew.
Thanks for hosting this.
Yeah.
Glad you and Kyle got together. I'm glad the alliance is going strong.
Oh, yeah.
So
the Kyles and the Andrews working together, man.
Yeah.
Take over the world.
All right. Peace among Drews. NDH.